I think when he first started out, he was meant to do big stuff just for who he is, being Tyson Fury's brother. You know, he's been under pressure right from the off, but this kid survives on pressure. And believe me, I wouldn't have my son sat here if I didn't think he could deliver, because there's no way in this entire world my son would disgrace our great champion in Tyson Fury. So in this great country, going to see something.
He's got all the experience here. He's got the better IQ, he's got the better footwork, he's got the better speed, he's got the better cardio. He's got everything in terms of advantages. He's been boxing since he was 5 years old. All I can say is, my plan is to land that big shot. And whether that comes in the first round or the 6th round, I'm not going to be an idiot and come out all guns blazing, but I'll be ready. I'll be ready for when that shot appears, and I'll take
the event. We know what we've got to do. We're professionals. Fighting, boxing is what we do, and we've done it. We've left no stone.
John Fury completely lost the plot at this press conference, and the whole world watched it happen live. This was not salesmanship. This was not banter. This was a grown man embarrassing himself, his son, and the entire event in front of cameras. Eddie Hall kept his composure. John Fury did not. That tells you everything right there.
Got children older than him. I got a granddaughter near his age. I mean him no animosity at all. We're in the fight game. It's our duty to promote the fight, and that's what I feel I did. You know, but like I say, the talking's over. The best man will win, and I know for sure.
Still knock people out.
I could beat big men out as well. I could knock them out.
You
ain't fought nobody, mate, and I'm not saying just talking.
Eddie Hall sitting there stone-faced while John Fury made a complete fool of himself. Ice cold, unbothered, and then picking apart John Fury's maths in front of everyone with pure deadpan delivery. That is the kind of mental strength Eddie Hall brings. John Fury came to intimidate and left looking ridiculous. Eddie Hall did not even flinch.
Oh man, I don't know how someone can say something so fucking stupid. Like, fuck me. There's 12 inches in a foot, right? So 6'14" will be 7'2", John. You thick fucking cunt. Fuck me. You obviously didn't go to school. We all know that.
John Fury wrapping himself in the flag of loyalty and family honor after kicking off at a press conference like a man who has never heard of professional conduct. Standing up for your son is admirable. Absolutely it is. But there is a massive difference between being a supportive father and being a liability. John Fury crossed that line the moment he erupted in front of everyone and made the whole circus about himself rather than the actual fight.
Now, at the end of the day, I've done what I've done. I've no complaints about anything. I am what I am. I'm going to defend my name with everything I've got. You see me walked amongst every man of them on my own. I don't care if it was a rugby field. When it comes to a fight, I don't care if I get kicked to death. If I win, lose, or draw, I'll have me say. That's just how I am. That's it.
Even Tommy Fury had to distance himself from his own father at the press conference. That is how badly John Fury behaved. Tommy is trying to stay professional, stay focused, stay locked in on the fight. Meanwhile, his dad is out there turning a boxing press conference into something resembling a pub car park on a Friday night. Tommy deserves better preparation than this chaos around him.
Yeah, exactly what you said. The beef doesn't lie with me and Eddie. It lies with Eddie and my father. So I'm literally just here to defend my family name, basically. But listen, it is what it is. It's an event. I'm looking forward to it. All that shit is with them too. I'm just in the ring to do my job on Saturday night.
Carl Froch is not someone who minces his words, and he absolutely let John Fury have it there. Disgusting. Disgraceful. A mockery of boxing. When a man like Carl Froch, a world champion who has been in some of the most brutal wars British boxing has ever seen, says you have disgraced the room, you need to take a long, hard look at yourself. John Fury should be mortified. He almost certainly is not.
Just makes a mockery of boxing and just disgust and disgrace the room. I mean, it's disgusting and disgraceful what he's done. He should be embarrassed. I hope he is embarrassed, but it's not acceptable. I don't know why he's done it.
Johnny Nelson giving John Fury more grace than he probably deserves there. Emotional being. Gets into the moment. Forgets himself. That is a very polite way of saying a grown man completely lost control in public, and someone now needs to sit him down and have a very serious conversation with him before he does even more damage to this entire event.
John is an emotional being, gets into the moment, forgets himself. You can see, excuse the bad language, but this is, you know, when you see that, this is the moment when he realised he beat up. It was that, you know, when John had done it, like, shit, what have I done? But he had to own it. I think the pressure was on. The pressure is now on John to behave himself. He's distracted. A lot of attention.
Johnny Nelson giving John Fury more grace than he probably deserves there. Emotional being. Gets into the moment. Forgets himself. That is a very polite way of saying a grown man completely lost control in public, and someone now needs to sit him down and have a very serious conversation with him before he does even more damage to this entire event.
You know, this is show business. We're not here when it's not a political room of educated men. These are fighters teams, fighters things. What a way to sell the fight. My dad's an excellent salesman and he's done a fantastic job. So big up John Fury, get up, son.
Tony Bellew speaking pure facts, and he is speaking from a place of real experience. A man who has been in high-pressure press conferences, who has talked trash at the highest level in the most professional way possible. And even he is sitting there shaking his head at what John Fury pulled. When Tony Bellew calls something embarrassing, you know it genuinely crossed a line that should never have been crossed. Boxing deserves better than this, and so do the fans who showed up to watch.
Behaved like that at a press conference, I would put him straight and tell him it's embarrassing and it can't be happening, mate. It's a really bad look for boxing. I'm actually surprised it's been allowed to go on and happen in a place where they're at, to be honest.
Water on a duck's back. For words that sum up Eddie Hall's entire mentality going into this fight. John Fury erupted, threatened, got in his face, caused absolute chaos at the press conference, and Eddie Hall simply did not care. Not even slightly rattled. Not even a flicker of concern. That kind of mental toughness is not something you can fake. Eddie Hall has faced things in his life far heavier than John Fury's theatrics, and he walked away from every single one of them.
This week.
Yeah, John can do what he wants. He can say what he wants. He can threaten what he wants. He can get in my face. It's going to be water on a duck's back. I couldn't give a fuck.
Frank Warren handling this with the sort of measured calm that only comes from decades in the boxing business. He has seen chaos before. He has managed bigger personalities than John Fury. But even Warren had to admit that nobody wanted this. Apologies have been exchanged, and everyone is moving on. But the image of John Fury losing control at a press conference is already out there. You cannot unsee it, and the boxing world certainly will not forget it quickly.
What everybody else, it seemed. I wasn't there when it happened because we was inside doing whatever we was doing, other interviews I think, and somebody showed it to me. I see John with his cut head. Look, that's not what we want. I don't want to see that happen. No one does. But I understand now both sides have made it up. They've apologised. So hopefully it's all in the past and we can concentrate what everybody's out here for, which is
Duke McKenzie putting his finger on exactly why John Fury keeps getting away with this behavior. The public loves the chaos. The clicks go up. The headlines get written. But there is a growing number of people in British boxing who are genuinely tired of this act. Eddie Hall did not need chaos. Eddie Hall needed to show up, look John Fury dead in the eyes, and not move an inch. He did exactly that. And quietly, that won him a lot of respect in rooms that matter.
And he knows how to shout houses down and make threats and swear and all the rest of it because he creates chaos wherever he goes. And for whatever the reason, the public...
Spencer Brown adding a bit of real-world perspective there. Pushing and shoving happens. People get heated. But there is a time and a place, and a boxing press conference in front of cameras, broadcasters, and thousands of fans watching online is absolutely not it. Eddie Hall has grown into someone who understands that the real intimidation happens inside the ring. John Fury has not quite grasped that lesson yet.
Important. You know, I see Ed Butts down the pub. I used to see him down the pub every weekend. So, you know, it was what it was. You know, and we all were pushing and shoving and being stupid. We need maybe...
John Fury trying to pivot back to talking about training camp and hard work after the embarrassment of the press conference. And look, nobody doubts that Tommy Fury trains hard. Nobody is questioning that. But when your dad has just been all over the internet acting like a man who has never been inside a professional boxing environment, no amount of light session chat is going to repair the image damage. The press conference clip already went viral. That is the lasting impression John Fury left on this fight week.
they're always fit, you know, and at the end of the day, he's not coming in camp overweight sort of thing. So, well, like I say, as you can see, we work hard, don't we? You've seen what we do here.
You said this is an easy session as well.
Oh yeah.
A light session.
Yeah, light session.
Tommy Fury trying to keep things classy and channel the aggression into the ring. That is a professional attitude and credit where it is due. But here's the problem. His dad has already done the talking. Loudly, publicly, and in entirely the wrong way. Tommy can point to the ring all he wants, but the conversation this week has been dominated entirely by John Fury's behavior rather than Tommy's boxing ability. That is not a good position to be in heading into fight week.
Like say, yes, that is the reason why I'm sat around the table. You know, I could have easily got on the phone to Eddie and had a back and forth, this and that, and said, oh, you can't say this, or I'll do this, or I'll do this. But no problem. I'll let these do the talking for me, Dad, on the 13th.
Eddie Hall laying down the most uncomfortable truth of this entire fight. 100 plus pounds, 50 kilos. And Eddie Hall has a right hand that has been described as one of the most powerful single strikes ever recorded in sport. Tommy Fury is a trained boxer, absolutely. But training and technique only take you so far when a man built like a freight train is coming at your head with everything he has got. That is not hype. That is physics.
We're down on all those, but what you cannot beat is sheer size. You know, I think there's going to be 100 plus pounds in weight difference.
Yeah.
50 kilo. And I don't care who you are, if that catches you on the chin.
John Fury confidently declaring that Eddie Hall will not be able to land a single punch on Tommy. Right. This is the same John Fury who just made a complete spectacle of himself at the press conference and is now expecting people to take his fight analysis seriously. Eddie Hall is coming into this fight knowing exactly what the risks are. He is not scared. He proved that by staring John Fury down without flinching. And that composure under pressure might just be the most dangerous thing about him.
You don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt and I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it? He can't do the 3. You know, I can't blame him. You've got to give Eddie all props because he's not a fighter. He's going to get in with Tommy knowing full well what can happen to him. And the only thing he's going to try and do is swing. He won't even be able to hit.
John Fury repeating the same script again. Pocket rocket. Cannot take the power. Will not even be able to hit him. It almost sounds like he is trying to convince himself more than anyone else. Because somewhere deep down, John Fury knows exactly what Eddie Hall represents. A man with nothing to lose. A genuinely terrifying physical specimen. And the kind of focused calm that no amount of press conference theatrics can shake. The Fury camp is louder than anyone, but quiet confidence tends to win in the end.
You don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt and I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it? He can't do the 3. You know, I can't blame him. You've got to give Eddie all props because he's not a fighter. He's going to get in with Tommy knowing full well what can happen to him. And the only thing he's going to try and do is swing. He won't even be able to hit.
So here is where everything stands. John Fury came to the press conference and exploded. He screamed. He threatened. He got in Eddie Hall's face and he made the entire event about himself. And Eddie Hall sat there with a dead straight face and did not blink once. That image right there might end up being the most telling moment of this entire fight week, because this is what is truly at stake. For Eddie Hall, this is about proving that extraordinary human beings do not need a lifetime of boxing to walk into a ring and make something happen. He is carrying the pride of every person who has ever been told they do not belong somewhere. Every strongman, every outsider, every person who showed up to a table where they were not expected and refused to leave. Who wants it more? Eddie Hall walked into that press conference ready to fight that night, if necessary. Tommy Fury was trying to calm everything down and distance himself from his own dad. The hunger is written differently on their faces, and the whole world can see it if you believe John Fury's outburst actually fired Tommy up and this ends in a knockout for the Fury camp. Let us know in the comments. And if you think Eddie Hall is about to do something absolutely historic on fight night, smash that like button right now and tell us below. Subscribe if you are new because this one is going to be talked about for a very long time regardless of what happens in that ring.